Hey friends, okay, it's a little late, like 2 days late, but I haven't watched the Group G and H second round matches yet, and so I'm going to do that now. I've left the scores blank on my tracker. I know that at one point I knew the scores, but I have watched like at least 8 matches since then. And so I don't honestly remember. So I'm going to do it in order that they should have been watched, which means Cameroon versus Serbia is up first. Going into this match, both teams have 0 points. Serbia conceded 2 and Cameroon conceded 1. So Cameroon has the little bit of the edge. I like to root for African nations when I can, as I did live in West Africa, which Cameroon is in West Africa. So fingers crossed for Cameroon. We will see what happens, and I will come back later with the recap. I will be working on this frosted pumpkin pattern. I have 400 stitches completed, and I am hoping to get a lot more tonight. This is the day before Vlogmas starts, so I'm trying to get caught up on soccer so that I can better split my Vlogmas and soccer time, and also because I will be putting up 2 separate videos, and I would like to get up these past videos that should have been up already, so that I'm not like trying to get like 4 videos up on one day. So I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet and just talk about the goals and the highlights and what happens and just make these little videos. So without further ado, I'm gonna get started on this game. It is 4:45, so to get 4 matches in is gonna be a bit of an ask, but we'll see what happens, and I will talk to you guys in a couple hours. Bye. Okay, the match is done, and it was absolutely thrilling and crazy and such a great match to watch as a neutral fan. Sorry. Cameroon versus Serbia. 6 goals scored in the space of 37 minutes. And let me just say that the 30 minutes on either side of those goal scoring, equally thrilling. Like, any moment either team could score, they were so evenly matched. It was really, really good. So I'm really glad I went back and watched. In the 28th minute, Castelletto scored his first ever goal for Cameroon, making it 1-0 for Cameroon. In the 45th minute, Pavlovic scores from a free kick for Serbia, tying it up. And then 3 minutes into stoppage time for the first half, Milinkovic-Savic, it's quite a name, scores for Serbia and takes it into the lead, 2-1 for Serbia, headed into halftime, and all the momentum was with them. It was so crazy. They came back, and 7 minutes into the second half, Alexander Mitrovic scores a goal for Serbia, making it 3-1 for Serbia. So they came back from being a goal down to being 2 ahead. So crazy. 11 minutes later, in the 63rd minute, a goal was ruled offsides for Cameroon, and then it was VAR checked, and it was determined that it wasn't offsides, which is crazy because VAR has been taking away goals. It has not been giving goals. And they gave a goal. Abu Akar, I definitely did not pronounce that right, scored for Cameroon. It was so crazy. Like, it was really close if it was offsides, but there was a defender that was like far away that put him onsides, just barely, but put him a little bit onsides. And so the VAR check finally gave a goal. So there's that. 2 minutes later, Choupo-Moting scored for Cameroon. And then there's no more goals till the rest of the game, and that's only the 65th minute. So there was at least like 30 minutes, no goals, but at any moment, it really felt like either team was going to score. And it was so wild, so fun. So it was real good. I managed to get about 150 stitches onto my cross stitch, I think. I could definitely be wrong about that. But we're almost done with the blue on this top part. I'm at almost 600 stitches for today, so I'm pretty happy about that. So the next match up is South Korea versus Ghana. I will be cheering for Ghana. They're the only team in this group with no points at the moment. I've been to Ghana before. I've never lived there, but I visited. And I've known some Ghanaians. One of my best friends in middle school actually was Ghanaian. Her name was Akua. And yeah, she was super brainy. So anyways, yeah, Ghana. So I will be cheering for Ghana. South Korea, let's see. Their match with Uruguay was scoreless, so they're probably a pretty decent team. We will see how it goes. I will be back in a couple of hours. It is 10 minutes to 7, so that should take us to about almost 9. So, making progress, getting through these games. Can you believe I've watched 5 games today? I can't. About to watch the 6th one. Okay, so I will be back shortly with an update of that. I hope it is half as thrilling as this one. I really do. Oh, it was so much fun. Okay, bye. Okay, it's done, and it's another crazy match. So 2 crazy matches back to back. That's really wild. Sorry. In the 23rd minute, M. Salisu scored his 2nd ever goal in only his 5th appearance for Ghana, starting out the scoreline 0-1 for Ghana. In the 33rd minute, M. Kudos scored for Ghana, and that took it to 0-2 going into halftime. In the 57th minute, G.S. Cho, I can't remember what the G and the S stand for, scores for Korea. He is apparently their highest top scorer in the K-League, which is Korea's league. In the 60th minute, he scored again, and it was an amazing header. Watch the highlights. It was such a good header. In the 68th minute, M. Kudos scored again for Ghana, bringing the scores 2-3. And that was the last score for the game, but it was completely wide open for the rest because both teams went into this match feeling like if they didn't win, then they are basically out. I believe, yeah, Ghana still has to play Uruguay and Korea has to play Portugal, which are 2 very difficult opponents. So we will see what happens. Right now, Ghana has 3 points and Korea has 1 point. So, yeah, it's wild. It's wild right now. So, oh, at the end of the match, the Korean coach got a red card. Apparently, there's an unwritten rule that if the last play is for a corner kick, that the whistle isn't blown until after the corner is taken. However, this whistle got blown before the corner was taken, and the coach came out complaining. Like, it's an unwritten rule. It's not in the official rules, and therefore the referee doesn't have to apply it. Anyways, so he came out protesting and ended up getting a red card, which means, hey, no, I don't think he's allowed to coach their last match of the group stage. Excuse me, George. No. Rosie's trying to get him to play with her. She goes on her back and like waves her little legs, and he growls at her. It's so ridiculous. Anyways, so that's how it ended, and it was really crazy. I got I'm at a stopping point here because I have kind of hit a wall. So here's where I'm at. It's just over 700 stitches that I did today. I'm really proud of myself and happy with my accomplishment. It's 9:01, and I kind of feel like I've hit a brick wall. I am super tired. I've watched 6 matches today. I was really kind of hoping to get through them all, but I think I need to go lay down. Maybe I'll wake up early and try to get in a match before the next set of matches. I really didn't want to spend the first day of Vlogmas only watching soccer stuff, but it is what it is. I might start the next match because I still haven't cast on the cuffs yet. So I might start the next match and see how far I can get. It is Brazil versus Switzerland, and I am predicting a Brazil win. Yeah, Switzerland just hasn't looked at their top game. And so, yeah, I think Brazil will win that match. So I'm going to get that started and then see about just if I can cast on the cuffs. Maybe just even do just a couple rounds on each one to get it started so that it's not as much tomorrow. I don't mind needing to watch the matches and everything like that, but I want to be able to work on all of my projects, and if I'm going to need to be editing, like, unfortunately, I think I will need to be. I don't know that I'm going to get as much done as I had hoped. I had hoped to be able to cast on all the projects, so, yeah, so I will catch up with you guys soon. Hey, just finished the Brazil versus Switzerland match, and it is 11:30 at night, and I am exhausted. I only managed to get part of one cuff done because each round was starting to take me like 5 minutes or more because I was so tired. I was practically dozing off while making stitches. Anyways, my notes about the game, just this tiny red section, because honestly, this game was pretty boring. Yeah, it was just boring. It went 0-0 to halftime in the 63rd minute. In the 63rd minute, Brazil had a goal called offsides via the VAR. I was pretty sure that goal was offsides. The commentators kept going on and on and on, and I was like, I think that ball was passed to him when he was in an offside position. And sure enough, it was eventually called offsides. It took like 2.5 minutes for them to determine this, though, which is ridiculous. In the 82nd minute, Casemiro scored for Brazil, making it 1-0, and that's where the scoreline stayed. Switzerland was really good defense. was very good defensively. Their goalkeeper had an excellent night, and I thought perhaps they'd get away with it and not end up conceding, because the defense shut down most of the attacks, and then the goalkeeper was really good. But yeah, that's what happens when you decide to defend most of a game instead of trying to attack. Anyways, it was a good game. So Brazil now has 6 points and are at the top of the group. And Switzerland has 3. So it's Brazil, Switzerland, Cameroon, then Serbia. That's how it stands. That's actually how we went into the day. And that's also how I predict the group ending. So maybe I will have gotten that one completely right. The final match in this group is Portugal versus Uruguay. I am going to predict a Portugal win. Sorry. I'm going to try to perhaps get up a little bit early and watch this game early, but that may not happen. So we will see, but I'll for sure get it watched tomorrow, and then I will be all the way caught up with all the matches. And yeah, I'll have like multiple videos to post tomorrow, so no, don't feel the need to have to catch up with everything. Anyways, so after 2 very, very exciting games, this third one was just boring. So, gonna stop recording here. I'm gonna go to bed, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Okay, I cannot remember if I predicted the outcome of this match in my last little segment. I was so tired. But I am going to predict a Portugal win. So, last match to catch up with, and then a lot of editing and uploading and trying to get stuff done so that I can be finally all the way caught up. I will be working on Advent projects since it is the 1st of December now. So I'm working on today's part of the cross stitch mystery, where every day is unknown. My only problem right now with this project is this is an awful sharp needle, and so I'm having trouble finding the holes. I might change needles. But yeah, so gonna turn on the Portugal versus Uruguay match, and that will leave me caught up to everything except for the 2 matches that were played simultaneously today. So getting caught up. I think I'm going to do a bit of editing though before I watch those matches so that things can start uploading. Yeah, so that's what's on the schedule and the plate for right now. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye. Okay, I have finally finished the last match from that day I missed. And so I'm going to record my little summary and then get this video edited and uploaded so that I can start posting the past ones and just finally finish everything. So, while watching the game, oh, there it is, I worked on 2 projects, both cross-stitch. And the first is the first part of the mystery sampler, not sampler, just the mystery advent project from that how-to girl on Etsy. It was 40 stitches this time, which last time I had some days that were like 8 stitches, so 40 seemed like quite a lot. Then there's a couple of cross-stitch groups that are having like advents where every day they tell you how many stitches to do. And so I needed to do a couple stitches, and so I decided to work on this one again. So I added the red, like his nose, the green of his sweater, as well as the red, and then his little belly, and that added up to 200 stitches. 201 actually. So that was a lot of fun. I'm gonna put this aside now to work on other Advent-y projects, but yeah, so let's talk about the game, Portugal versus Uruguay. The first half was boring. Not gonna lie about that, it was pretty boring. There was only one shot on goal for each of the teams, and it just was kind of boring. I don't have a lot really to say. In the 53rd minute, there was a goal scored for Portugal. Now, this one is interesting because Cristiano Ronaldo claimed credit for it, and for a little while, so did the TV, like the commentators and stuff. However, it was actually scored by Bruno Fernandes, who lobbed the ball in. He is from the Portuguese team. And Cristiano Ronaldo jumped up as if to score, but it was determined that he didn't actually get a touch on the ball. In the 90th minute, there was a VAR review that gave Portugal a penalty for a handball. The Uruguayan? How do you say that? Uruguayan player fell down and braced his fall with his hand, and the ball went off of it, and it was determined that he denied a clear goal scoring opportunity. And so Bruno Fernandes again stepped up. Well, he stepped up, not again. It was the first time stepping up, but he stepped up to take it, and he scored from the penalty. Cristiano Ronaldo had been subbed off at that point, and and so Bruno Fernandes is the one who took it. And after that, I mean, there was several more Portuguese attempts, but they just didn't come through. So that is where that stands. That gave Portugal the 3 points that they need. And I think I forgot to update the scores on my spreadsheet thing. So let me just do a little math. Well, that puts Portugal at the top of their group with 6 points. Then Ghana with 3 points. Because Ghana beat South Korea. I think it puts Ghana above Ghana above Uruguay because of the goal differential. Ghana has scored 5 goals and had 5 scored against them, which gives them a 0. Meanwhile, Uruguay have scored no goals and have had 2 scored against them. So that is, not at all how I predicted this group would go. There is still one more round to be played, which is going to be played tomorrow because I'm late in updating this. So yeah, that is crazy. This World Cup is crazy. Well, I'll see how this group finishes tomorrow. I need to get some packing tape and put it over because my sticker keeps popping up. The only reason I put a sticker here is because the little dogs got to it, so I was trying to cover up some bite marks. So I put a frosted pumpkin sticker there. Anyways, whatever. I'm not generally really bothered by that type of thing. So now I am going to
work on editing. Sorry, and getting this uploaded so that I can, again, like I said, get back on schedule. So we had 2 really exciting games and then 2 kind of lackluster games. So that's how it rolls sometimes. I will talk to you guys again later.